My phone is being really bad. My son's going to have to get to the bottom of this. Julia Armies left a really good comment. Skillet fried potatoes. So you skillet fry the potatoes and onions and sprinkle cornmeal on the top. And again, when you turn them, and I thought, oh, that is a good idea, because you know, one of the things I stockpiled was cornmeal. So any extra thing, also yellow squash and onions can be made that way. So thank you very much. I tweeted this. Okay, now, one of the things I stockpiled was hard candy, and today I was eating my hard candy, and I was really glad I stockpiled it. So what we're doing is we're looking at what we have before we buy more stuff, and we're trying to make good use of our stuff. Another thing is, don't be so eager to get rid of your stuff. You might need the money, you can sell it. I mean, I did get rid of a lot of bulky pots and pans. I put them by the dumpster and someone took them. But I have boxes of kitchen equipment, and I will sell those for 25 cents to $1 at the swap meet. And I mean, if you need an extra $100, you know, at some point in the future, you can sell stuff. Okay, Nestle was under fire because they advertise their products as being healthy, and so somebody got a hold of some of their emails or something, and it said approximately 70% of their products will never be healthy. That was not including infant formula, but it was including Pizza Hot Pockets and Kit Kats. We're still going to eat those anyway. Okay, my friend and I had this argument one time. What would be more valuable, cheese or milk? So with cheese, you can make quesadillas, cheese enchiladas, macaroni and cheese, grilled cheese, meat and cheese sandwich, crackers and cheese. Never discount crackers and cheese. I used to work in these salons, and I used to work with these men. There is no one like men hairstylists, and one, he loved to like serve us stuff like crackers and cheese. And so he would go into the back room and he would cut up the cheese, and it just tasted so good. And he would make strawberries dipped in white chocolate, and he was just so gracious and lovable and a hard worker. Crackers and cheese, never discount crackers and cheese. And I mean, it was salty crackers, you guys. Eggs and cheese, cheeseburgers, tacos, refried beans, and cheese. But you can use milk. Okay, so that's for cheese. Okay, now the thing about milk. Milk or cheese? Milk, gravy. I said milk. My customer said cheese. Yogurt, if you have milk, you can make homemade yogurt. Cereal and milk. And then you get cream butter, cottage cheese, buttermilk, and sour cream. So it's hard to say which one would be better. Okay, so now we might be experiencing shortages in alcohol, the sterilizing kind, and bleach. Okay, what we want to do in the event that this is some kind of 10-year awful depression, we want to, what I'm doing is I'm buying, but I'm not selling yet, and I can't find the stuff like I used to. Used clothes like silk blouses. Okay, I am an extra large woman, and almost everybody my age is, and we love silk blouses. And so I buy them and I sell them cheap. Coats and sweaters, warm jeans and shoes. So if you have that stuff and it's in good condition, just throw it in a garbage bag and hang on to it. I was watching videos on countries where they had these economic meltdowns, and it was no joke when the clothes started going. Okay, so they're saying the hyperinflation will come in waves. Okay, wave one, cost of raw materials will increase, like iron, lumber, and copper. wire or copper pipes, tubing, then tools, then farms. And if you, my son had these avocado trees, and the guy who owned the house before cut them like down, like there was just like a trunk with two short, you know, branches. So for Christmas, I bought my son a bag of fertilizer for $30, and I read a few months ago that we can expect fertilizer to double in price, but worse yet, we might not be able to find any. Okay, so we're down to, okay, farms, fertilizers, houses. These are the things that, and they say don't go selling stuff during hyperinflationary periods. Houses, hardware, and the last thing that inflates is salaries. Aren't we on them wanting to raise the minimum wage? And on food, the government cannot let that go too high because then people will get hysterical. And if there's loss of confidence, that could cause all kinds of terrible stuff, like a stockpile, like a stock market crash. And so these they were terrible inflation would last 10 years, and we might be in the grips of one of those things. So one of the things you want to make sure you can grow is potatoes and onions. So, you know, that's why I save my onion tops, but I will be trying to save them. And then I will be planting some sunflowers because I discovered this. So let's say we can't get as much meat. I had pita breads that I found for 85 cents with hummus and toasted sunflower seeds. So I thought, why not just grow a lot of sunflowers? Then you always have seeds for the next year too. Okay, so now, so the other things, we might see shortages in eggs. They might ration bread. If bread starts to hyperinflate, that's going to be so bad. If I see any like inflation of flour, during the last supply chain, I couldn't find much. And another thing is bad stuff just starts happening, like the supply chain breakdowns. Okay, so now what will be accomplished by these resets? Well, everyone would be poor. I go, oh, dandy. And then the rich would be overtaxed. So some things I want to stockpile are seeds, nuts, fish, potatoes, fertilizer. And another thing is rationing is sudden. It's not like, okay, everybody, get ready, rationing's coming. No. Now, another thing is we are in the grips of a trade war, and we're seeing that play out. So now, I told you guys my ex-husband, was in the Vietnam War. And I mean, they can rewrite history any way they want. We know what went on. My ex-husband was there. Okay, all these young men on the street, some of them are not going to survive, but the ones that do survive are never going to forget this. And they can say anything they want, and all these people, especially in California, living on the streets, are never going to forget this. I know for 20 years it was continuously on our minds. Another thing, which is a good way to get demonetized, is Vietnam was a territorial war. And this territorial war was hard to fight because the Vietnamese didn't have weapons. And so if our leaders will not maintain our borders, how can they expect us to fight territorial wars, such as Palestine and Israel? Just saying. Okay, so now, this is something we need to watch for. Batteries, we need to load up on them. I can still buy them for $1. Tires, they might ration number of miles. They might ration anything like tires, like even on bicycles. fuel oil shoes. On this 10-year thing, just go to thrift stores and as we go and buy 10 years worth of clothes. Coffee, processed meat, canned meat, cheese, milk, canned fat like shortening. Okay, so now I think that is about all I have to say. Okay, there is one more thing. Okay, the shipping containers, the problem is there was 100 cargo, like say 100 cargo, these cargo came in, but only 40 went out. So it created a shortage of the cargo containers. Also the trucking, there's not enough truckers. And then another thing, how tourism has been hit is because of the pandemic, the car rentals sold the cars and now they're opening back up and there's no rental cars. So that's a problem. Also computer chips. So there's not going to be a new iPhone. Okay, you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe. Sorry it was 2 videos, but my phone is possessed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and God bless you all.